What's up, guys? Welcome to the REO show. Look, I just wanted to record a quick little podcast and video here today and talk a little bit about relationships and entrepreneurship and how they, need both a lot of attention. This is just something I've experienced from my own relationship and my own business, and I thought you might be able to find it a little bit valuable. The word entrepreneurship these days is, it's sexy. I mean, there's these visions of wealth and mansions and private jets, Lambos, and, you see people on social media living their best life or whatever the most envious of catchphrases is. I don't even know what best life means. You're just living life like most people, right? So, but I know you've seen these people. They're like usually the people that are on Instagram posing in front of some sort of inanimate object, pretending to be lost in thought about how great life is and how they're just crushing it and grinding 18 hours a day, 8 days a week. And I never know. I assume it's all bullshit. Like, I don't assume it's real. I think it's for the benefit of social media and maybe a little bit for themselves. But I mean, that's not my experience in entrepreneurship thus far. My experience is it's hard. And in the beginning, it isn't glamorous at all. And it's probably the furthest thing from any kind of sexy. And it requires a lot of spine and commitment and sacrifice. And a lot of times that sacrifice, transfers over outside of your business into your relationships. And it's a fine line to walk because it's going to pull you from your family and your friends, and it's going to stress your relationship and your friendships. And, you're going to need to put in a hell of a lot of work along the way. And you're just going to have to eliminate those that are really standing in your way of progress. And it could mean realistically the end of like lifelong friendships and relationships. So if you have a family, that just gets amplified, right? So you're going to try to seek some sort of a work-life balance. And I'm not sure if that even exists anymore. I mean, since the invention of this thing, we're constantly just bombarded with information and, contact is easier than ever. You can get direct message, instant message, email, text message. I mean, it's crazy. So, you can get pulled away at times, and a lot of times if you're really not cognizant of it. So I think we're all just doing the best we can at any given time. And, we need people in our lives to tell us when we're not. It's tough because you're working your tail off to really succeed and provide for your family with the kind of life that, you've envisioned and you're, just thinking about on a daily basis and why you're pushing so hard. And sometimes that can be viewed by your spouse or your significant other as neglect. And one thing you really need to be hyper aware of is what the people in your life need from you. And then find ways to give them that, while you're still striving for your dreams. And it is a tough balance. And this requires, realistically, the biggest thing it requires is open and honest dialogue, and more often than not, scheduling. And scheduling time with your loved ones, it can seem cold, but I'll tell you, it's a requirement. Time is what these people want from you, and it's what they want the most. So it needs to become a priority to your day, your week, and your month, and track it if you need to. Track it so you can make sure you're keeping up with everything that you need to. And a lot of times that can just be relationship stuff or being a father or a mother. And you don't want to lose sight of that because anybody with kids will tell you it goes like this. It's almost over. So some of the best advice I ever got is to get on the same page with your significant other. Weekly meetings where you can come together and communicate and review, they help a bunch. And just get together to discuss your goals and make sure you're pushing toward the same targets. And it's good to have your own goals and dreams. Of course, you should never give those up for anybody. But you should always have a vision. And as a couple, you should have a vision as a couple and that you're driving towards. And these meetings, they'll help you identify the gaps and will keep the goal fresh in your mind. And it's a great opportunity to hold each other accountable, really. So a lot of people set these goals at the beginning of the year and then they just never look at them again. And, obviously this is a huge mistake, because as soon as you get to the last quarter of the year, you revert to that high schooler that was, had a project due and start working on it the night before. I only make that example because that was me. So, slow and steady and being pragmatic towards your goals is what's going to win the race. But if you can get on that same page of communication with your partner and have those weekly reconnects, it's going to help tremendously. So, your first few years in business are going to require a lot of your time. I mean, it's going to be hard and there will be unbelievable challenges that you're going to face. And if you want the best opportunity to tackle those and win, I mean, make sure you have your relationship on point and time scheduled and good communication. And it's going to take just as much work as your business, but I can promise you it'll be worth it. I mean, after all, what good is success if you don't have somebody to enjoy it with, right? So look, be great. Make time for the people that, mean the most to you. Schedule it if you need to. I'm telling you, it helps, it works, and it's highly beneficial, and it'll keep you pushing in the right direction. So, as always, if you're a real estate investor, come check out our inventory at odellbarnesreo.com. Link is below in the description. If you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel. I'd appreciate you. You can also find us on podcasts, on Anchor, and wherever you can find podcasts, search out The REO Show, and hopefully you can find us there. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.